on the floor in the kitchen.
What did I do? What did I put on the floor?
There and I almost tripped over it twice.
Well, be careful. Watch where you're going, honey. That's what you always tell me.
Maybe stop putting crap on the floor like I told you.
Honey.
No, there is no honeying.
I put it down for the cats because I gave them milk.
Right, but the cat should not be eating in there. And if you want to put something on the floor, pick it up. Neither one of us have a good habit of watching where we're walking.
Or putting stuff where it belongs. Hello, everybody. I'm Delusion Speller. And that's my husband hollering at me on live camera.
Well, it's been a while.
It makes for good ratings. You know, you get the views and the ads and the money. You know, that's what we're all about on YouTube. What happened? I disappeared for a minute. It was just time to come on and chat with some people for the heck of it. Oh, now this cord is hanging down. It's going to drive me crazy.
Oh, let me help you, honey.
No.
Let me help.
I don't want it on there.
It's there, honey.
No, I don't want that hanging there. It looks unsightly.
Now it's all better, honey.
I thought you were getting a thing from the bed. Did you change your mind?
Well, yeah, when I almost busted my leg.
Oh.
Yeah, I changed my mind.
Okay.
There's cats in the clothes.
Oh, yeah, don't disturb the cats. Let them be. Anyway, so I did a few batches today, and Matthew helped me with a batch, and that was nice. And the lady seemed really nice while I was doing it. And then when I got up to the house and she came out in her pajamas, she didn't seem like she was too happy. So I think she just wasn't feeling good maybe and didn't really want to get up to come to the door to get the groceries. But Instacart has this new thing now where you have to meet the customer. Hi, Laughing Lori. You have to come up to the door, you have to knock on it, you have to ring the bell, and you have to meet the customer if you possibly can. If not, it says that there will be an alternative arrangement that you'll be told to do or something. I don't know. So today, on I think it was my second batch, I decided to knock on the door because this message popped up about you have to meet the customer. I knocked on the door. The dogs start barking like crazy. So I leave the groceries there and I slowly walk back to my car because nobody answered. So I get in my car to go. And as I'm turning around to grab my seatbelt, this guy comes out, big burly guy, bald head, whatever, angry as a mad dog, comes out, grabs the groceries, shoves them in the door, and slams the door as hard as he can. Bang! Really, really loud. I was like, alrighty then. Okay, so much for meeting the customer. Sheesh, I must have woke him out of a sound sleep, or the dogs did when I knocked on the door. I didn't knock loud. I just, a little bit. But the dogs went crazy. So I'm thinking, yeah, he probably works third shift and was sound asleep. So I wrote to Instacart immediately, talked to one of their agents, and I said, this might not be a really good idea to have us knock on the door or ring the bell for the customers to meet them. Because some of them, we're already talking to them in chat anyway. That should be good enough. I don't know. So they said they'd pass the message along. I'll never hear anything about it. But yeah, that was like not a fun experience. I'm just really glad I got into my car before he decided to come flying out the door, slamming it. I would have had something slammed on my foot or my hand or who knows what. Sheesh. But yeah, he was pretty fit to be tied. Angry. Yeah, trying to behave. Dee Dee, that's me. Because I'm accused of not behaving, going into rooms where bad language is going on and immature, inappropriate discussions being had. It's not that I'm a prude and I can't handle being in the company of people that act like that. I do all the time. My family is like that, my children. So nobody said anything. I didn't hear from anybody. I haven't checked my email yet. Nobody said anything. I'm talking in general. And I wouldn't tell you who it was anyway because I don't do that. I don't play the whodunit game. Sorry. That's not my style. But yeah, if anybody did say anything, I would just tell you somebody said something and I would leave it at that. Because I don't really need to be dragging more people into more drama and opening up a room to confront them and have them come in and bring other people in. I don't do that. That's not my style. I don't like that kind of stuff. Anyway, I will just keep doing what I do, going where I want to go. And if people think that that's wrong, then I guess pray for me and ask God to show me. He hasn't told me anything. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just chatting. I'm perfectly okay. I was talking about a batch that I did today. I already told you about it, where the guy slammed the door. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. I just got done doing another batch with Matthew. No, it's okay. It's all right. I don't care. You can ask. I'm not quite as touchy right now anyway. It's not the end of the month yet. So I'm cool. And I don't know if that will really bother me at the end of the month or not when people ask, "Are you okay?" That was kind of a phase I was going through, I think. It really doesn't bother me anymore when people ask me that. I consider it like caring about me. So, people grow and change. Speaking of which, Pandora, a certain person here next to me said that he's very proud of you, that you have, how'd you put it, grown up over the last couple years, that you act more like a mature adult now than you used to. So he's proud of you. And yeah, he knows what you talk about and what your lives are about. He's around. So I wanted to pass that information along to you. You're a good mediator, according to Dana and me and a bunch of other people. And you have matured a lot and you have changed. And all you other people out there that think she hasn't, you know what? On you. Yeah, you have your moments. I know. You kind of are okay doing things that I'm not okay doing, and that's just you. So, but I think if you put your power and your abilities into good, mediating is a great idea for you. I think you should just base your channel on that. If you like bringing people in that have beefs with people and you can calm them down to listen to each other, that's huge. That is like, that makes you what the Bible calls a repairer of the breach. And we're all called to do that. But some people are better at it than others. You are excellent at what we call in the psychological field and also the telemarketing field of de-escalation. You're de-escalating people. In other words, they go from 0 to 100 and you bring them right on down. And that's amazing. That's a great, great gift and talent to have. I think you should make sure you're using it and do it in the right way. And, if drama starts up, bring the people in and mediate between them because you're good at it. And you have a phenomenal memory and you'd be great at that sort of thing. You could form a whole other identity for yourself on YouTube. So there you go. Anywho, that is that. Well, don't just treasure it. Do something about it. Do something, sis. I mean, pray about it. Ask Yahweh God to show you how to use it. I got something sticky on my arm and it's been driving me crazy all day. I don't know what it is, but it's absolutely driving me bonkers. Hang on. I need to wash this off. I can't deal with this anymore. I don't know what it is, but it's terribly sticky.
Probably crabs.
It's not crabs. Crabs are not sticky.
How would you know?
Just hurt. I think that's better, hopefully. Ugh. Okay. You did implement it, though. You implemented it the other day with Dana and Amelia. That's how you do it. And you do it so well. So do it. When you can, when you want to, whatever. I think you should do it. And you did really well staying out of the middle of it. That's what I was impressed with. You were able to just take the two people that had the issue with each other and get them to talk with each other calmly and, work things out. And it was beautiful. I was crying. I was. I had big time tears in my eyes. People have to come to you. Well, just make your channel about it and say, if you want to have a forum to come and discuss things, then hey, Howie, bring it here. We'll help you work it out. Yeah, Dana's awesome. I love Dana too. She's like my other sister. We have a lot in common in some ways, and we're definitely in kind of the same field, so. It is 10:30 and I am not remotely tired. So I really think my whole circadian rhythm thing is changing.
Could be the energy drink.
I've been like that lately though. So what was my deal the other days?
Probably since you did it that first couple of nights, your body's starting to get used to it.
Maybe. I don't know. I seem to be becoming a night person, but then I also am a morning person, so it's kind of interesting. I did get up and do my Chloe Ting workout, as you guys probably already saw from my little post that I put up, my little video. Yeah, the belly's taken a long time to go down. It's really bothering me. Although I do see, like in my before and after picture, that there is a definite difference between the two. She just wants a piece of the bread. Let her have a little piece.
She won't eat it.
Oh, well, let her sniff around then. Cats like to sniff things.
Right, but maybe I don't like cat hair in my food.
I know that. She's just curious, honey. Kind of like you. You're curious.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what you always tell me. You're curious. All right. Anyhow. I don't have a topic per se. So if anybody wants to talk or chat about whatever, we can certainly do that. Yeah, you don't like it, do you, Momo? Rhubarb bread or cake is not your thing. I did pop into Richard's live for a moment earlier today, but I just can't. I can't with that one. Mm-mm. When you keep him tamed down, I'm okay. Matthew loved our live this afternoon in your room, Michelle. He laughed so hard at Richard, of course. Men, what are you going to do? You texted me and no reply? Huh? You texted me and no reply. That is not what I meant about texting. Huh? I'm confused. I don't get what you're talking about, as usual. I'm really glad you have Howie in your life because when you talk to me, half the time I don't understand where you're coming from. And then he can just say, well, this is what she meant. And then it's like, oh, okay. I didn't answer your text. I didn't see a text from you. I don't have my phone on me 24/7. Remember, somebody else said that the other day. Contrary to popular opinion, I really don't have my phone on me 24/7 because I use it for Instacart and then it dies. And then I have to actually plug it in to charge it, which at the moment, where is my phone? I don't even know.
I don't know. Mine's on the charger on the floor.
So if I didn't answer your text, that's probably why. I don't have my phone with me. Don't know where it is. I think it might be in my purse, actually. Most likely dying. The battery. You used to wear your phone around your neck, remember? Yep.
Interesting.
What?
Well, when we had the stairs and everything right there,
Mm-hmm.
they never went up on top there.
And now they'll leap up there.
Right. Now, since we moved everything, they're starting to go up there.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Martha. I didn't go. We didn't go to
It's
church.
interesting how when
We did batches.
when we make something for the cats or something they don't use it, but once we give up on it, they start using it.
Because it's got to be their idea. I may need to wear my phone again. Nah. I'm good with things the way they are. I don't need to be on my phone 24/7.
I might just start wearing my mask around my neck.
I actually like having time when people are not texting me, and Matthew appreciates that too. That's why I have a husband, so I can actually build a relationship with him, and the phone interferes with that. So we have times when we do no electronics, like when we're eating normally. That's what we do. We turn all the electronics off, the computers go off, the screens go down, the phone goes aside. So, I'm not going to go back to wearing my phone. I'm not going to be attached to an electronic device. That's not reality. So, sorry to burst your bubble, Pandora, but I'm not doing it. I just check it when I check it, and that's how it is. Matthew has to learn to share, LOL, she said. What do you have to say to that? He'll share his crabs with you. He doesn't mind.
I have no problem sharing crab.
Oh, wear it so I don't lose it? I don't think I lost it. I'm pretty sure it's in my purse. Hold on. I'll check. In fact, I was wearing it. Yep, that's where it is. It's in my fanny pack purse. That's where I wear it now, around my waist. Bam. There's my phone. So I do wear it during the day when I'm doing batches. Just not all the time. I never did turn my GPS off. I need to do that. It took me home. I never turned it off after that. Okay. I don't know if that'll do it. All right, I'm going to check and see this message you texted me. Oh, are you going live tonight? Okay, I've texted you bunches and you don't answer. I didn't get any bunches. I only got 2 little messages. I didn't get any bunches. Just those 2 sentences.
I didn't get any bunches.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Where else did you text me? Apparently Matthew texted me too. I didn't get his text either, so it's not just you. So I don't know what other bunches you've texted me. And that's not like you to text bunches. Are you changing too? You starting to get used to texting? Hi, this is Martha. Hi, Matthew.
Hi.
Hi from Matthew. Hi from me. Oh, you needed to talk today. I wouldn't have even had time, dear. I was doing batches most of the day. After I got off your live and went on and checked out Richard's live and said, nope, not for me. I went and picked Matthew up from work. We went right out and did a batch. So, because what happened was he worked, he came home, and then we went back to his job. He went back to work, and then I picked him up again after I did a batch, I think. And then we went out and did a batch again in the dark. So I was not available to talk. I was talking to Amber because she's been trying to get a hold of me for days. But yeah, I would not have had time. Sorry. I lead a very busy life as far as Instacart goes. And right now, while we're struggling financially, I have to. Because I've got to pay these bills. And I'm very behind in some of them. So Let's just say there's one for $300 because it accumulated because we haven't had the money to pay it. So those people out there that say I'm an e-beggar, I better be begging a little harder because it ain't paying my bills. What did I eat today? What did I eat today? I had a salad with a chickenless chicken patty thing in it. I ate that on Michelle's live stream. I had a brownie. I had a piece of bread with some peanut butter and cinnamon on it with bananas this morning for breakfast. I had half of a protein bar with Matthew. I think that's it. I had a pickle just a moment ago. Oh no, I had a soup too. Some soup. Oh yeah, I'll give you that. Or wait, you have my address, don't you? You can give her my address. I don't have a problem with that. Dox me all night long on my live stream. No, go ahead and give her my address. I'm just playing around. I'm in kind of a goofy mood thanks to your crazy live today. And thanks to Matthew laughing at your crazy live stream. He enjoyed Richard way too much. You tried eating and got sick? Oh, well, that's not good. Sorry to hear that. Maybe see a doctor if that keeps up. I know I'm sick if I don't eat. I love to eat. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I told you could have given her my address a while ago when she was talking about those things that she makes. Yeah, I know. Hey, Val. I don't have anything to say, y'all. I really don't. It's been a busy day. It's been a good day. Oh, I tried to get in touch with the pastor of the church that we went to last week to see when they live stream his sermons, but I haven't heard back from him, so I don't know. Do not know what's going on with that. German chocolate mini cupcakes with homemade whipped peanut butter frosting for Sunday dinner dessert. Ooh, yum. I do love German chocolate cake. I like it with the what kind of frosting is it they usually put on it? It's not peanut butter, it's something else. Is it pecan or something? I can't eat pecans, but I like the taste of the frosting. It does sound very yummy. Very tasty. No, I know German chocolate cake has a certain kind of frosting on it, though. What is it? Like traditionally or whatever it does. Oh, here comes the yawns, guys. Hi, Carol. Good to see you. Glad you caught my live. Coconut, yes. It's coconut frosting on the top of German chocolate cake.
I know it's amazing frosting.
Matthew loves it. Yes, coconut. Yummy, yummy. Yeah, I think it's usually coconut pecan frosting. But like I said, I cannot have the pecans, so I would just have the coconut part. Leave out the pecans. Kelly Clarkson divorced her husband. Did you guys know that? Brandon Blackstock. It's Reba McIntyre's, what is it, her son or something? I can't remember. Sad though. But it is Hollywood and it happens, I guess. Well, even real life divorce happens. Mm-hmm. That's way too many carbs for us, Val, but thanks for the recipe. I'm sure somebody else here would love it.
Well,
Oh, that's good, Carol. The recipe for the peanut butter frosting. 1 cup of peanut butter, 1/2 cup of butter, 2 cups of confectioner sugar, 3 tablespoons of milk.
sounds good to me. Let's go.
No, you can't have it. You're diabetic. You're not supposed to be eating that stuff. You know it.
I can have it in the morning.
You're already sitting there eating all kinds of carbs over there.
No, honey. Rhubarb bread has no carbs in it.
Yes, it does.
It's straight bar root, honey.
You're crazy.
I looked it up, dude.
Are you going to do your blood sugars tomorrow, by the way?
Yes.
You're starting tomorrow? Is that the tomorrow you said was happening tomorrow?
No, weekends are mine.
Yeah. Mine too. That's my time to be a little bit frugal. Not frugal. No. What's the word I'm looking for?
Naughty.
No, not naughty either. A little bit freer with my eating habits.
So naughty.
No naughty.
You're a naughty girl.
There's no naughty, honey. It's
No
all
naughty.
good.
It's all good. It's all good in the hood.
It's all good, honey. I eat what I want. I just try to eat it all before 5, and I don't eat huge amounts of it. But I did have yummy soup today, so I enjoyed that, and salad, and the peanut butter bread with the bananas. So yeah, I think I ate pretty good today. I don't think I overdid it at all. So tomorrow I will stand on the scale again, do the little measurement thing. Try to do it once a week now, not every day like I was. That's too stressful. And Noom keeps trying to get me to go back with him. He doesn't stay off the super sweet goodies, ever. No, he doesn't. He had 3 donuts, I think, today. And then he just had a whole bunch of rhubarb cake stuff. I don't know. It's his life, I can only talk so much. I love him. I would be sad if anything happened to him. My life would stink if he was on dialysis. That would be terrible. But ultimately, the choice is his. It's his body. I can't control him. I'm not a control freak. So, contrary to many opinions on YouTube, I'm not a narcissist either. So I don't try to form him into what I want him to be. I love him as he is. I just really want him to be healthy and live a nice, long life. But no, I don't want him to feel like he can't ever have a treat. But, in moderation and careful serving sizes would be good, which we're working on. That's why we got stuff in baggies. Tomorrow he's hopefully going to keep track of his points real carefully. I know I will. I'm going to start writing down my points as I eat them. That way I know. I get 15 points for the day, which is 1,500 calories. He gets 18 points, which is 1,800 calories, because he's a guy, and guys do tend to need a little bit more caloric intake. He also works very hard, so he burns a lot of it off. Oh, yeah, I did have some French fries today, too. You were asking what I ate. They had a tiny bit of French fries, because I like them. But other than that, I really didn't eat much of anything today. It wasn't a heavy eating day for me. I really haven't been super hungry lately. So it hasn't been hard to. I think when I exercise, it kind of controls the appetite a lot too. I want the man over here to start doing some exercises with me too. I want him to try a Chloe Ting workout with me. I don't know how far he's going to get, but he might do better than I thought.
Watching you.
Honey, you said you would do it with me at night. The workout.
I never said I would do Chloe Ting with you.
Your husband's best friend ignored the warnings, ended up losing his leg. He was only 42. I know.
I've got some years.
Matthew said he's got some years. Have to let others have their own choices. It's not our life unless they're infringing on our choices. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, really. I mean, it's kind of like the weight loss. People for years, my mom tried to get me to lose weight. My grandfather tried to get me to lose weight. People constantly talk to me about my health and losing the weight and how better I would feel, how much better I'd feel, and how better my health would be, how much better my health would be. And it wasn't until I decided I can't breathe well. I'm struggling to get the next breath in. I can't inhale. I couldn't. It was like I could exhale all the way, but I couldn't catch that breath in. And I would walk just like a few steps and be exhausted. My children would go to the park, and I wouldn't be able to go very quickly to the park with them and have a picnic lunch. I'd be like, just go ahead, I'll catch up. And I'd be like huffing and puffing and have to use my inhaler just to get, up the hill to the park. It was bad. So I finally decided one day, I'm done with this garbage. If I'm going to live, however long I live, I want to be able to breathe. I want to be able to move and do stuff. So that's why you see me making a lot of videos where I'm moving. Yeah, I know I'm fat. Hey, Morgan, I know my belly hangs down to the ground still. I know that I got rolls that I shouldn't have. I'm well aware of that. And I don't hide them because that's me. And that's where I'm starting. That's my starting point. And every day is a new start for me. And I don't feel like I've gone backwards at all. I just keep on going forwards a little bit at a time. So, I've slipped a little bit backwards at times, but not like so much that I'm like, oh gosh, now I got to lose it all over again. Maybe like a pound or two at the most, maybe 3 sometimes, but rarely, not recently. I haven't really, seen where I've gained 2 or 3 pounds. I pretty much either stay the same or lose a tiny bit. It's more the inches that I can tell with and how my clothes fit and the fact that my pants fall off constantly. So, that's a good sign. That shows that progress is being made, but it's not a straight downward slope. It's a, kind of bouncy line. You've seen it. I've shown it to you. So you just need to, work at it a little bit at a time. Eventually you get there. And really, the more, the slower you go, the better, because you're going to maintain it. You're going to learn a whole new lifestyle. And you find stuff that works for you as you go. I learned that eating animals was not in my best interest. I gained a lot of weight when I was eating red meat. And even turkey and chicken, it was too much for me. And obviously, for me, it was more of an ethical thing to, feel like I'm not eating animals that were killed. But also, health wise, it just was not working for my body. Aw, thank you, Martha. Thank you. Um, right now, I look tired and worn out and like I need a shower to clean my hair. And I really do. And tomorrow morning, that is my plan because Matthew has off for a few days again. And so we are going to, I'm hoping we're going to get some stuff done around here, maybe neaten some things up, but we will see what he feels like doing. Aw, that's funny, Val. Fat is not fun. No, it really isn't. And people that, make it kind of like, there's the big plus models that are like, oh, well, no body shaming here. We're going to show off our curves and whatever. There's a difference between curves and fat, okay? The stuff you see hanging in my videos, that's not a curve. That's a fat deposit. I'm not going to sit there and mince words. It is what it is. And it takes a long time sometimes for that fat to be absorbed into the body and flushed out. It's not a quick process unless you get like liposuction or, a resectioning of your stomach or something. Aw, thank you, Carol. That's what Pandora's box said too, what Michelle said. That she sees me as a lot more positive lately, happier. Um, that's good. That's what I try to do. I try to be positive. Um, and I'm glad I can encourage you. I live my life to encourage people. It's because Dee Dee loves me, Pandora's box says. Well, I'm sure that does have some play in the matter. I try to love almost everybody that I can. I just think my life has become a lot more balanced, honestly, is what it is. And now that I'm doing the point system again, it gives me a little bit more of a strategic way to watch what I'm eating without having to calculate every calorie, every macro, protein, carbs, and fats. I don't even do that anymore, hardly. I just check my points. And I try to make sure those points are made up of wholesome food. There was another thing I ate today. I had a plum. I do remember that. I did have a plum. I like to eat fruit every once in a while. So I'm more of a nibbler. I'm a grazer. So I don't always have like big meals. I'll kind of nibble little things during the day. But just a little bit of little things, not like a whole bunch of, I don't know, not even a whole little box of raisins. If I have raisins, I have like a sprinkle of raisins in a salad or something. So I use things more like a condiment than I do a meal. I think that's the biggest thing for me. Yeah, I don't like negativity. You're right. And I appreciate that you respect that boundary. As much as you possibly can. This is YouTube and negativity comes along sometimes. That's how it is. Welcome to YouTube. And I think, other people appreciate that I don't like negativity too because they're looking for chat rooms where there isn't a bunch of negativity and stress. Some people, I was thinking about this the other day. If you have a pacemaker or you have something wrong with your heart, you can't be in a drama room. You just absolutely can't. It will cause you to have a heart attack. So you have to stay totally stress free. So I'm hoping, I pray, there are not people with pacemakers and with heart conditions and stuff like that where stress will make you really have major health issues. I hope you're not on YouTube in any kind of stressful rooms because you don't want to be doing that. That's not good. I don't have that problem. I do have slightly high blood pressure, but I don't really go or stay in a place that stresses me out that much that I would have a problem with it. And I really focus, like if I go into chat rooms, not really chat rooms, I go watch videos. It's mostly about weight loss or like miracle type things that have happened in people's lives, or people that have like disabilities and things like that, that are overcoming their disabilities or living in spite of not having arms and legs, that sort of thing. That encourages me, because it's like, what are you complaining about? Look at these people, and they're amazing people. Go ahead, answer that. Look at that. She even remembers. She got a memory like a elephant, this one. 2 years this October. Well, on and off. On and off, we've been friends. We had a pretty bad blowout for almost, wasn't it close to a year that we weren't talking? It was a long time. It was a lot of months. We both needed to grow a lot. And I'm glad we did. I'm glad we took that time and parted for a while and came back together stronger and in a better, healthier way. I wouldn't want to go back to the way it was, honestly. You would have guessed all your lives by how well you chat together, split screen. Aw. Well, that's really nice of you, Carol. Yeah, we really clicked, from the get-go. And we still do in some ways. Neither one of us really can figure it out. It just is what it is. We can't seem to stay separated from each other. Yeah, I think it did have a purpose. I believe it did. The purpose it had for me was I had to learn to not dwell on the same thing over and over and over that was going nowhere. I had to move past it and go to a different direction so that I could heal and come back in a calmer way, and with less resentments and bitterness. For you, I believe, this is my opinion, of course, you had to meet Howie. You had to meet your friend. He's good for you. He's really good for you. He is the only one I've ever seen that can call you out on your stuff and you don't retaliate back at him and get mad. He just knows how to do it in a way that, I don't know, in a Howie-like way. He's just really good for you. And I'm glad. If I had to get out of the picture for you to meet him, that was the best thing God could have done for you. Do either of us have an older lifelong friendship? Like with somebody else, you mean? No. No, I don't. I didn't keep friends after a while. She said she learned boundaries and forgiveness. Howie is just a plus. Matthew sees the difference in you. And for him to say that, how his brain works. He doesn't miss stuff. There's definitely boundaries, forgiveness, and a lot of growth in you. There's no arguing that. There you go. She's still got her lifelong friend. I shouldn't say that. I don't really have a lifelong friend, but I have a friend since I moved out here. Her name's Heidi. And she moved out to Arizona. But she messaged me recently just to see how I was doing and stuff. But she works a lot, so she's busy. But yeah, so it's kind of weird how my friendships went. I had a friend from the time I was in 8th grade, and she was my friend well into my 30s. And then she became a witch. She got involved in witchcraft. And I walked away. We didn't have anything in common anymore. I didn't feel comfortable around her anymore, and I just walked away. And then I had another friend from grammar school We went to 2 grammar schools together. No, grammar school and high school together. And we talked well into my 20s. And then I just didn't even hear from her anymore. And I don't know why. And I've tried to get a hold of her. She never returns my calls. She never gets in touch with me. So who knows? I guess if you judge my character based on my friendships, you'd say, man, she must be lousy because none of her friends stuck around except for Heidi. Aw, that's very nice, Carol. Thank you for saying that. That's very, very kind of you to say. I think I'm a good friend to my friends. I have other friends that, like I said, just kind of don't really keep in touch with me. One of my friends is very ill. She has fibromyalgia, like a very severe case of it, among other things, and she's just very ill. So we haven't talked in, gosh, years. And I actually lived with her at one time. And her name's Jeannie. I don't think she ever watches my YouTube channel. She knows about it, but I don't think she watches it. I don't think she has the energy to watch it. I really don't even know how she's doing, but I hear from her daughter a lot on Facebook. Her daughter just had a baby. So yeah, and I had another friend from the first grammar school I went to. We moved when I was in 6th grade, and that friend actually stole my boyfriend. Like when I moved out of town and I wasn't there anymore, she hooked up with my boyfriend. Yeah, that hurt. That was a big ouch. But we even stayed friends like well into my 20s. And then that died out too. So I've had friends like her name was Susan, by the way. It was Susan, Mary, Jeannie, and now Heidi is the one that recently contacted me. Robin and Chrissy were my friends from Pale Talk back in the day. Um, there were other ones too, but those were more internet friends. But the other ones, Jeannie, Susan, Mary, Heidi, another Chrissy, those were in person friends and from school and stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, Carol. That's sad. My condolences to you in that. That's very sad. Can't even imagine. And then as you get older, you realize that as you're getting older, your friends are getting older and they may not be in the best of health. You've never met a mean Heidi. She's not mean. Her stepmom was a narcissist, though, and she finally escaped her after years and moved to Arizona. I'm very proud of her because that took a lot to break that connection for her. She was very, very close with her dad, and he married this lady, and she put up with her because she loved her dad and liked being around him. But this woman tried to control and micromanage every ounce of her life. And now that she's in her 30s, I believe she's in her 30s, maybe 40s, she finally just broke away and moved to Arizona, out of town, out of state. She used to live in Illinois like me. We met through church. Jeannie and Heidi and I were friends when I went to a church. Incidentally, the church that kicked me out in the end after doing deliverance on me, supposedly. That's where we met. And we were friends well into our 20s. And then I went to another church and met Chrissy. And we were friends for, well, quite a few years because we basically kind of raised each other's kids. She actually homeschooled Randy, my daughter, for a year. So we were close. And then she's the one that I said kept making promises that she didn't keep, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So I parted ways with her. I did have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of friends anymore, Carol. I did have quite a few friends growing up and even into adult years. I have had a lot. Well, not a lot, but a handful of them. But, we went to different churches eventually. We got married, we had children, our children grew up, had grandchildren, that we got busy with our grandchildren, and you just kind of go your own way. You don't, I mean, not everybody does, but in my case, they did. And a couple of the friends I mentioned were friends from when I lived in New York. So, when I moved out here, I also lost friends. I also have a friend named Colleen who I prayed with to become a Christian, and she is a very strong Christian, probably stronger than I am. And she lived in a very poor situation with an abusive boyfriend, had a baby by him, raised him, and then I lost touch with her for years. And then she came back into my life and she's on my Facebook now. So, yeah. And that was an in-person friend. Most of my friends were in person, not on the internet. It's not like a common thing for me to become super close with women, especially on the internet. Newsflash, I'm not notorious for really liking to be around women very much. I prefer to be around males for the most part. I mean, I've met some wonderful women friends on here, women acquaintances, but normally that's why I get along with Heidi, because I just like people that just tell it like it is. I don't like all the emotionalism and the having to go around the rabbit trail and through the rabbit hole and around the trees to get a point across. I'd rather just have you tell me straight, not with all the emotion and all the details. And that just, I don't know. I can't get into all that. I think more like a guy. I have more of a left-brained, dominant type of personality. Dana would explain more about it if she was in here. I'm an EFTJ, which means I'm an extrovert. So I like the attention. I like being on camera. I like talking to people. I like having conversations or going out to tea or whatever. Oh, yeah, definitely, Michelle, definitely. I can see where that would be hurtful. Um, oh, where was I going with that? I don't know. Oh, my brain, EFTJ, yeah. So I'm extroverted. I'm a feeling person. I have feelings. I definitely am a thinker. I process things a lot internally. And I'm a judge, what they call a judge, which means I pretty much decide things for myself. I think that's what a judge does. I determine not just the innocent, guilty thing, but just what's what, in my life, what I want to do with my life, what I'm okay with, what I'm not okay with. Nobody tells me what to do. They try all the time, but no, I don't like that. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. I try to be genuine. Matthew says I'm very different online than I am in person. Sometimes I see that, sometimes I don't. I was at the beginning of a brand new launched company, told everyone to join me in this opportunity. Most people said no. Now the company's grown. Okay, what's the name of the company? We're really not looking for a sales pitch in here, but I'm kind of interested to know what the name of your company is anyway. Because I was in sales for over 20 years and I know every sales pitch, every manipulation, every type of, you know, thing that you could tell me about how wonderful a company or a product is. So you're not talking to a rookie here, y'all. You might want to tell me what the name of the company is. I could tell you if I've heard of it or not. And I've heard of many of them. My ex-husband and I used to investigate get-rich-quick scheme companies and teach people which ones were dangerous to stay away from and which ones to go for. So I'd love to hear what the name of your company is. It'd be very intriguing to me. Yeah, and congratulations for your success in your company, for sure. I wouldn't mind $120,000 monthly, that's for sure. Heck, wouldn't mind $120,000 one time. That would be great too. Alpha Econ? Okay. You want to send me information on it or something? I'll check it out. Oh, you spoke the truth. I can't find it on here. It has been in the game for 6 months. Okay, send me information, Sparkling Hoax. I'll give you my email. You can feel free to email me, whatever. Oh, excuse me. Now I'm getting tired, guys. It's after 11. I'm probably going to have to get going here. Careful, honey. I need to get some sleep. And I will probably take a nice shower in the morning, wash my hair, so I look all pretty-fied on my next live stream that I do, and not like something the cat drug in here. But I've enjoyed talking to all of you, and Sparkling, do send me that email. I would appreciate that. I will try to stay on a couple more minutes. Would I rather benefit 100% of my own effort or benefit 1% of 100? Of course, you want to benefit 1% of 100 people's effort. I know all about pyramids and multi-level marketing. I know the whole drill. I could probably teach it. Yes, Romans 8:28. All things work together for good to those that love God and are the called according to his purposes. Not just love him, but you got to be doing his stuff, or things are not going to work out good for you. You going to bed? I'm going to be joining
No,
you.
you're not.
What do you mean? I'm getting off of here.
Sleeping in the shed.
No, I'm not. Not sleeping in the shed. Yeah, right, Michelle? You think they're a hoax? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe there's something to it. You never know. Anyway, send me the info, Sparkling. I gave you my email. Grab it up, snatch it up, whatever. I'm going to get going. You guys have a great night. I'm tired, and it's time for me to get some rest and go cuddle with my husband. Love y'all. Have a good one. See you soon.